So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 125, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Boy, oh boy, have I got a tale for you. Fucking cold as a bitch out here. I ain't got to tell you that. It's a cold motherfucker. Everything is iced over in this motherfucker. The streets, the sidewalks, the fucking path to the fucking pod garage. This fucking shit is fucked up. I fucking hate this fucking weather. Pod garage is looking crazy. So, excuse me. I'm about to drop that motherfucking, those metallics soon here. Probably when I get back in the house. I'm not going to sit there and make fucking videos for every single color. You get the fucking idea. Well, I kind of did make, there's only going to be red, violet, and green. And then I think I might put out the regular green too. 2 new shirts out. So if you didn't get the sweatshirt and the t-shirt, the dog head t-shirt, those are out now for pre-order. There's a 20 of each, I think there's going to be. So, once those are gone, those are gone and they don't come back. So you will be able to get the always available shirt. That one will be the only one that will be always available. But the other ones, they will not be. So, by now, all you know, I didn't want to tell anybody when the fuck, not many people anyway, when I was going to do Ian Bick. But last week, I went and sat down with Ian Bick. And boy, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you multiple things. First, I was nervous than a motherfucker, son. I've done fucking shows in like packed bars in Buffalo in the hood, and I'm the only fucking white dude in there, and just got up on stage by myself, no hype man, nobody else, just rocked it with a beat, right? Fucking cool, calm, collected. All these fucking things in my life I've done, fucking cool, calm, and collected. Man, I was fucked up. I was fucked up in there. So when the video comes out, when the episode comes out, it's like textbook me to a certain extent. Where, boy, I just go off, I'm fucking just saying, it's relevant somewhat. But, when I just think of things and then next thing you know, the whole shit's off the fucking rails, fucking punch marker wants to smack me in my fucking face half the time because I don't ever get to the fucking point, or I'm like, oh, you want to hear this great story? And then I fucking tell you some other shit, and then no one ever gets to hear what happened with the great story. So we got to Connecticut the day before the taping. And, I call it taping. Who uses tape anymore? That's a joke between Jimmy the Ghost and I about film. You got me on tape. He's tape recording me. Shut the fuck up. It's your phone, stupid. Ain't no film in there. Anyway. Oh, as soon as I come out here, man, I get all stuffed up. I'm not sick. I hope I'm not fucking sick. But it's cold out. So there I go, getting off the fucking rails again. So we got there. The recording was on Monday. We got there Sunday evening, not even night. And got a hotel and watched the fucking Super Bowl and went out to a restaurant in this place called Rosie Tomorrow's, I believe it's called. Fucking cool place, good ass burger. Shit was good. I enjoyed it, and it didn't fucking break the motherfucking bank because my cheap ass was like, what the fuck? Nah, man. Bill came. I was like, damn, where that? So that was cool. Then the next day we went to, woke up, grubbed, fucking checked out at a hotel. Dude, this guy embarrassed the fuck out of me, right? Total, son, if I go anywhere, right, and they got a button or a bell or a fucking whatever, I don't hit that shit. At my local post office, the one lady, she said, you need to ring the fucking bell or I will not come out here. Like, if I'm not up here, I don't care if you sit there, you do da-da-da-da, I will not come out. You need to ring the bell. So she, like, had to tell me, like, I have to ring it. So now I ring the bell and then grab it so it stops ringing. Because I think that shit's annoying and I don't want to be like that, you know? So I'm standing waiting to check out. And fucking, and I'm just standing at the hotel thing, and I could hear the girl who was working was in the office. I don't know if she was talking to another employee or on the phone or whatever the fuck. She's out there, and or she's in there, and this dude comes up like with I can't remember if he had a shirt and tie or just like a nice button-up shirt, and he looked like a professional kind of dude, a big guy, and he's like, "Has anybody taken care of you yet?" And I was like, oh, no, I'm just checking out. This motherfucker leans over the fucking counter and bangs on the wall, right? Bangs on the fucking wall of the office and then walks away and bounces. And I'm looking, and he don't even got no fucking shoes on. He ain't no fucking employee. I'm like, this motherfucker out here eating the breakfast, fucking, and this girl comes out and she looks at me like, motherfucker. I said, I snitched. And I read it. I said, yo, that wasn't me. I said, I would never do something like that. I said, it was someone else. There was mad people out there. I said, it wasn't me. It was like, somebody else. And she's like looking, and she figured it out because he was like the only guy that would have been close enough to be like fucking. She said, it shook the whole office. I said, I know. I'm sorry. I would have stood here all day. I would never do something like that. Never, ever. So that was mad embarrassing. Thanks, pal. Then we went to the we had some time, but not a whole lot of time. So we went to like the Danbury Mall. Son, that shit is bumping as far comparatively. Like fucking, it was nice. It was clean. 2 floors, mad stores, no empty stores. And I was like, damn, this reminds me of like being a kid. And these days they got all kinds of like vintage clothing and fucking comic books and all different kinds of shops that they never used to have and shit. Like they have like independently owned shit instead of all just franchise shit or big conglomerate shit. So that was cool. We hung out there for a while and walked around and fucking did whatever, fucking buying shit for Sophia because she ended up coming with us. And so then we go over to the spot. Now we're outside the studio, and I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck it is. And it's in like I don't want to say a business park, but I mean, it kind of is. There's like multiple businesses. There's like a deli and fucking all kinds of other shit. And it's not real apparent like where it is. And I think that's kind of the point. And I was like, I'm going to find where this shit is on my own. So I fucking go up there and I find it. I fucking ring the doorbell and shit. He's like, come in. I fucking walk in, and there's a dude right there. Like, it's a big motherfucking space, right? You walk in, and there's a fucking ping pong table right there. Like, as soon as you walk in, on the opposite side of that, there's a fucking sectional sofa, fucking TVs and shit all over the place, memorabilia, all kinds of cool shit, man. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, I'm here, dog. Fucking, just like he says on the show, there's fucking snacks and fucking fridge with fucking full of drinks and snacks and fucking a bar and all this. Man, this shit was a real deal. And there's 3 rooms like directly across from like this big ass area. And I walk in, there's a guy I see sitting down, and I'm like, oh, who's that? I was like, that's not Ian. And he's like, come on in. So I'm like walking across. And I walk in, and there's fucking Ian Bick sitting behind the desk. I said, I can't even remember. I said some dumb shit like, damn, it is you. Or some shit like that. It was kind of weird. Fucking my first parasocial encounter where I feel like I know all this shit about this person. I'm a fucking total random walking in this motherfucker. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, this is my dad. I'm like, oh, shit. This is fucking Ian Bick's dad. He is a fucking G, son. Like, I was like, oh, it's a fucking pleasure to meet you, especially, man, because just hearing your side of all the events and just how he had his son's fucking back always. And then there he is sitting there, fucking. still got his back. And I was like, that's fucking cool, man. And so we're just talking. He's like, oh shit. He's like, where'd you come from? I was like, fucking Rochester. And then we started talking. We have people in common. Well, not people in common, but he has family in a close by suburb of Rochester. And I'm like, oh yeah, I work there all the time. And he's like, yo, fucking. He's like, when I come back up, he's like, I'm going to visit them probably in the summer. He's like, I'll fucking stop by. He's like, I'll do your show. And I was like, yo, I mean. And as I'm sitting here right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 9 or 10 bags of fucking returnable cans. 1, 2 bikes, a lawnmower, a ladder, a fucking shelf, a grill. Fucking come through. It's the fucking 28 degrees. Either 28 degrees or 108 degrees, son. So I'm like, yeah, fuck. I'm like, I better get that shit together. So he's like, oh, we'll go get some food or something for real. I was like, all right, for real. Fucking let me know when you're up. So that would be cool. So we sit down, and I'm thinking, dude, I've been thinking about this shit since I booked it. And I've been thinking, like, all right, how, I'm trying not to go off the fucking rails. I'm trying not to, in my mind, in the month and a half, 2 months leading up to this shit, I think it might have been even before Christmas, actually, because we were talking about January, and January didn't work, so fucking we went into February, so I think it was even before, fuck, man, it might have been November. I don't even remember when the fuck it was, when we worked it all out. And so I've been thinking about this shit the whole fucking time. Like, fuck, what do I, like, I don't want to fuck up. I want to make sure so when I fucked the whole shit up, I ain't talk about fucking all kinds of shit that I was, like, meaning to talk about. And maybe I didn't, we'll see in the end. But there was, like, all this, I wanted to say so much more about all these different things, and I like just totally fucked it up. And by the end, I was like I was nervous at the beginning, and then I finally was like, all right, this is cool. And then I was comfortable, and it was like, all right, well, time to wrap it up. So I was like, fuck. I fucking, you really screwed the pooch on that one, Gordy. I fucking, oh man. So then fucking, we wrapped up, fucking shot the shit for a minute out in the way, and I was like, dude, I just want to let you know this shit is fucking cool, man. Like, that shit is so professional. He's got another studio, like 2 doors down. Like, the office separates the 2 rooms, if I remember correctly. And his recording room, and then he rents out the other one, which is a fucking super nice space. And upstairs, he's got like a fucking like converted the room into like a prison cell and shit. It's fucking cool, man. He like skim coated the concrete on the floor, so it's like someone at some point is gonna be pissed. He'll probably just end up buying a whole building. Fuck it. In the end, because that's such a nice space. He's got such a nice space. It's fucking tits, man. Definitely like fucking. This is way cool. And but I totally fucked it up. And so what I got to say about it, Ian is what a fucking cool dude, man. Definitely a fucking cool ass dude. Easy to talk to. Definitely not full of himself or any of that type of shit, man. Just a super fucking great dude. And I wish I could have been as comfortable as I am when I'm talking to you guys as I was there, because I was like, and I'm tripping over my words. He was asking at one point. He was asking about about the felonies, and I was like, I said, I don't really know what my felony status is, because when I went to join the Marine Corps, that shit was there. Like, they had that shit there. It came up, but what I almost said was, but I can, and I probably shouldn't even say it now. It was like I bought guns since. But I didn't want to, and as I'm saying it, I'm like, I don't know. I really just don't know. And I don't want to fucking start saying on this massive platform about maybe something that I shouldn't be allowed to do, or that I shouldn't be doing, or whatever the fuck. I was like, But I brought my fucking paperwork too. I was like, I just want to make sure. I was like, I don't want you to think you're wasting your fucking time. Like, I could at least, what's the word? This is confirmed. Like, I can confirm this part of my fucking story right here. So it was just fucking way cool, man. I had such a nice time. It was just fucking. It was a nice drive there. It was a fucking nice drive back. Like it's a little shittier driving at night because there's just nothing to look at. But on the way there, man, it was like a beautiful ride. The fucking weather was perfect. It was shitty the night before, and then the day when we left, it was just like nice roads, beautiful travel, no fucking traffic. There was nothing. Like it was a good fucking travel experience the whole fucking time. And dude, I had it was just very cool, and just to see like the other side of, you know, I'm out here in the garage freezing my balls off, you know, like that they're to be on the other end of like this is what it should look like. Or, you know, like obviously podcasting isn't my shit. Like it's something that I do, and basically, you know, as we've been saying, audio journaling. But if Devastator was a podcast, I would be trying to get it like that, you know, if that makes sense, you know, like there would be more of a dedication to it, which is why I'm not tripping about the area and fucking whatever, you know, this is what it is. and I'm not good at editing or doing any of that shit. I just do it, and that's what it is, because we're just us, you know what I mean? And whatever. But fucking way cool, man. So shout out to fucking Ian for having me. I would love to go and do part 2. I doubt that would be a possibility, but you never know. But I would fucking love to go do part 2 and kind of just expound slightly on more things. Like, you know, I never got around to about like getting like the actual jail, you know, and just all the different shit, like, you know how I tell stories, obviously. So it was like that happening a bunch of times, and I can't even really remember if I got to talk about my family as much as I wanted to, and just say how great and supportive my family has always been through all that kind of shit. So it was there was more I wanted to say, and I feel like now I know him a little bit better in the whole scenario. I think I wouldn't be like this, you know. It would be more of a fucking conversation, I guess. But I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he's looking for, you know. I'm sure. I mean, he said I could come back anytime, but you know, I don't want to waste nobody's time either. And who the fuck am I? I'm just some fucking nutcase. I'm just a fucking nut, you know. He's got a lot of balls though, man, because, you know, he fucking interviews like fucking people who done some shit, like fucking pale in comparison my shit does to some of the people that he's had on there, and he just, you know, he's just there with them one-on-one, fucking inviting these people into his personal private fucking space, you know. And that's cool, and that takes a lot of balls. And so I really do appreciate that whole fucking opportunity. It was way cool, man. Dude, he's got all kinds of memorabilia and like a whole wall of like fucking things, gifts and shit that people have brought. So he's got like a fucking whole collection of cool shit that people have brought and gifted him. And all I had to offer was a fucking t-shirt. I was looking at all this other shit like, damn, that shit's cool. Look at that shit. I tried though, you know. Oh shit. And so that would be fucking tits, you know, to fucking go hang out again and just go shoot this shit for a little while. And fuck it. So I get up there, we get there, and Erica and Sophia are there, and they're like, Erica's like, I'm not going in. I'm like, dog, come on, man, you can't. Come on. Come on. She's like, no, it'll be no. I'm sitting in some little waiting room. I don't know. She must have thought it was a doctor's office or some shit. Like, she was like, I'm not gonna go sit in this little waiting room. Blah 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 blah. I don't. It'll be weird. It'll be awkward just sitting there in some chair. I had no idea, dude. It was like a fucking. That shit was tits. And then and she goes, oh, I'd be sitting there. Oh, I wanted to sleep. I go, you could have slept. I go, there was a big fucking sectional sofa there. Fucking. And the episode was on the fucking TV as it was getting recorded. he said, bring her up here. She's out in the car. I was like, yeah, her and my daughter. He said, get them up here. We got Xbox. So like, fucking, they can watch the shit, fucking have some drinks and snacks. She fucking refused. But what she did say afterwards, because I'm thinking of all the different ways afterwards how I could have got her to go up there. And I said, if I would have had him come out, would you have went up? She said, yes. She said, I couldn't have said no to his face. So next time, fucking, if she tries to do that shit, fucking Ian's coming out. We're gonna fucking drag you motherfuckers back in there. So that was the fucking Ian Bick fucking shit, and he said he's mad backlogged. So I didn't even ask like when the fucking episode's coming out. I was like, that just kind of came up that he's like, fucking dude, I'm like backlogged like a motherfucker, because he does everything. He edits and records and does all this shit. So he's like fucking, and just the social media presence in general is a fucking full-time job, So when we were talking about somebody else, it's like 6 to 8 weeks, So that's where I kind of just assumed it's going to be a couple months, So by the spring probably it'll be coming out or something. So. But yeah, so that's that, man, and hopefully you guys fucking will rally the fucking troops and go and bump the fucking videos up and leave some good comments and say, oh, let's get this motherfucker back in there, or to sit down, get him back. We want to hear more about this and that, this weirdo motherfucker. And then I'll be fucking more relaxed and fucking and it'll be a good time. Or who knows? Maybe the next episode will be him in the fucking pod garage, fucking talking that shit. So, but that's all I got for you guys. So go get yourself a fucking red sweatshirt or a black dog head t-shirt. The new fucking blurry dog. Or what else we got? Or we got some metallic alcohols coming out. And you like my post about parental advisory, fucking no more ink men or whatever the fuck. I don't know why, man. I just seen like another fucking ink, whatever. And I'm just like, dude, I try to take in the abundance mind state, which I had been learning about. And I really try to I try that, like there's enough room for everybody. And but dude, every time I see another fucking ink this and I'm looking and I can see exactly what you're doing. Like I know I can look at it. I've been doing this a long fucking time, and I know that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense. Like I can see what you're doing. I've been doing this, like I haven't been doing this 30 years or nothing, but I've been hand mixing for a long fucking time, and I know what a lot of shit looks like, and I know what it looks like when you use certain shit, and I know because I did that 6 years ago. Like I can look and say, oh, that's what you're doing, and I'm just like, I hate to fucking be like that, but dude, with such a small niche, it like fucking really like, I feel like it fucking puts a damper on the whole shit when it's just another motherfucker trying to fucking, I got this. All right. Another person filling mops. And I could just tell them shits is all going to suck in. Like, you're just trying to sell them shits full like that. They're going to suck in on you, dog. Pause. So, I don't know. Maybe I got to stop being such a fucking hater, but it's fucking annoying to me, man. It really is. It like fucking annoys me. I'm like, what the fuck? Here goes another motherfucker. Oh, I'm doing this for this. No, you're doing it because you think you're going to get rich. You ain't going to get rich. I fucking swear to God, you're not going to get rich. It's not going to happen. If it hasn't happened to me, it's not fucking happening to you. All right, like I'm lucky if this shit pays for itself week to week. Then depending on what I gotta get and what's fucking necessary, it doesn't sometimes. If I all of a sudden run out of a bunch of shit, nope, fucking, we ain't making shit this week at all. We're gonna be in a negative. You're coming out the paycheck with this shit. So. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a sour fucking hater, but it really does get under my skin sometimes when I just see like, and I could just tell, like I'm like, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Like that shit's, I could just look and say that shit's garbage. It's garbage. It's trash. I know what you're doing. It's not going to last. Stop it. And then motherfuckers, and then also other people who try to not do that and they're trying to do the other thing, I can look and see those are them Amazon ingredients. Like that's what that is. I could tell. I can look at it and see like that's the Amazon ingredients. And if you're gonna try to do something even a little bit different, excuse me, you got to branch out. That shit ain't gonna. Them same 3 fucking things for everybody. I see what they're dumping in. I see what's in the cup. I can't put down the cup. I can see what's in the cup. I can see them dumping that shit. Like, I know what that is. That's Amazon shit. Stop that. Stop it. Stop. Stop fucking. Stop wasting everybody's time and money. All right. And I'm a hater. I guess I'm a hater. I am though, because they're fucking diluting this niche, and then people look at me and be like, another one of those, you know. If they don't know, if they come across fucking cheese dick over here and then come across me on some other shit, they're like, oh, here goes another motherfucker. So I don't know, man. But that's it. That's all I got for now. Yo, shout out fucking everybody, man. I love you guys, man. Shout out MKA. Shout out Pep. Shout out Punchmarker. Shout out fucking Machine Studio. Shout out fucking Ian Bick. Shout out Pep. Did I say Pep? Shout out Dick. Shout out fucking everybody. Shout out my homeboy on fucking YouTube who watches on YouTube. Shout out to you. Oops, I hit this fucking thing. Shout out Puck, the fucking piss wizard, the GOAT, the truest GOAT of them all. Shout out Official Ronnie. Shout out everybody. Shout out Zuko fucking skateboards. Shout out fucking everyone, man. Shout out Dubs. Shout out everybody. Shout out Chains. Shout out Taro. Shout out Silo. Shout out the GOATs. Shout out everyone in fucking Rochester who don't be listening. Yeah. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I love you, man. Go fucking keep an eye out. Go fucking and check out Ian Bick too. He's cool fucking stories. He interviews some cool fucking people. And if you're just now finding out about Ian Bick, there's a big, massive fucking bunch of episodes for you to go and just get familiar and you know, just read the captions and shit and pick, you know, whatever you want to listen to. That's where I started, just kind of like looking like, oh, which one sounds cool. And now I just listen to all of them. Because there are, so like you'll listen to like an episode sometimes and it'll be like 3/4 and you're like, all right, and then something in the episode, the person starts telling about something and you're like, oh shit, you know. So like you never really know what everybody has to offer just by right off the bat. So but all right, everybody, I love you. Be good in these streets. Fucking stay warm, and if you're warm, fuck you. I'm out of here.